From The National, this is Trending Middle East. I'm Yasmin Al-Taji. It's Tuesday, July 22nd. Here are today's headlines. The Syrian government has evacuated hundreds of Bedouin families from Sweida. It's a bid to prevent further fighting in the mostly Druze city as a fragile ceasefire appears to hold. A truce last week ended several days of deadly clashes in Sweida, but the city is still surrounded by government troops. The National's Khaled Oweis reports.
The government has sent around 120 buses that took these Sunni residents, many of them are of Bedouin origins, from Sweida to the nearby province of Dar'a, which has been the launch pad of attacks by the government and its auxiliaries against Sweida.
Syria's state news agency said a total of 1,500 Bedouins would be evacuated from Sweida city. The government troops in the area are comprised mainly of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, an al-Qaeda offshoot. They attacked Sweida after the Druze spiritual leader Hikmet al-Hijri refused arrival of security troops last week. Meanwhile, residents of Sweida have sheltered in their homes without electricity and water and with scarce food supply.
Residents in Sweida, including doctors, are saying that supplies are running very low in the city, especially medical supplies and fuel. And only one aid convoy had arrived from Damascus. That was yesterday. It was sent by the Syrian Red Crescent. Sweida is surrounded by army divisions to its north, which leads to Damascus, to its west, which leads to Dar'a, and to its east, which leads to the Syriac deserts. In the south, it borders Jordan, where many, approximately thousands of Druze from Sweida had fled to areas adjacent to the Jordanian border, but they have not crossed into the kingdom.
Turkey is ending an oil agreement with Iraq's Kurdistan region. The Turkish government is putting an end to the agreement that allows for the export of crude oil from Iraq's semi-autonomous Kurdish region, or KRI, through its territory. The pipeline deal came into effect in 1975, but it's now set to expire on July 27th, 2026. The National's Rahman reports.
Turkish government did not give any specific reasons why it is ending the deal. Deal was more or less was not in a state of function.
Oil transactions between Turkey and the KRI have been roiled with conflict. In 2023, an arbitration court ruled that Turkey had breached the deal when it allowed Iraqi Kurdish authorities to pump crude without Baghdad's consent. Turkey then halted the flow of oil, and the two sides started talks to resolve the issue, but oil flow never did resume through the pipeline.
Analysts expect the announcement is not expected to have any impact on oil markets, as no crude oil was flowing through the pipeline for the past 2 years.
Israel is continuing its offensive on Houthi targets in Yemen. On Monday, Israeli strikes hit Houthi military positions in the port of Hodeidah. The Israeli army said it, quote, struck and dismantled, unquote, infrastructure belonging to the rebel group. The Houthis are aligned with Iran, and they've been firing at Israel and attacking shipping lanes, including the Red Sea. Israel has responded with several strikes on Yemen, including attacks on the port city of Hodeidah earlier this month and this week. The National's Vanessa Ghanem is here with more.
The attacks in the Red Sea continue, and the Houthis have become too disruptive to ignore. They're emerging as a threat that global powers can no longer dismiss.
Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said the, quote, fate of Yemen will be the same as Tehran, unquote. Israel launched an unprecedented bombing campaign against Iran last month, prompting Tehran to respond with drone and missile attacks.
The Houthis have not only survived, but also expanded their disruptive reach. And this is, of course, due to several factors, including operational independence, technological self-sufficiency, cohesive internal structure and their capacity to resist intelligence infiltration. It's really very hard to penetrate the Houthis on the security and intelligence levels, as loyalty levels within the group are very high.
Meanwhile, Israeli attacks in Gaza continue to kill Palestinians waiting for aid, according to news agency Wafa. Britain and France were among countries who on Monday criticized Israel's aid model and called for an end to the war in Gaza. The enclave's health ministry says more than 58,000 have been killed. That's all for this morning's headlines. You can get these stories and follow live coverage at thenationalnews.com. Yasmin Altaji, The National.